My name is John Liston and I'm from Croom, County Limerick. I've been farming organically for 20 years. Before that, I always liked the idea of organic farming. I thought it was more sustainable. The opportunity came up to convert to organic farming through a very good scheme at the time, so I opted to take it, and I'm delighted I did. And it's been so many years of milking cows, supplying organic milk. First of all to Glenesk, and secondly, myself and a few others, we started to make cheese and formed a little milk company. Still involved in a little milk company, but I'm no longer milking cows. And more and more people are beginning to turn organic, so we're getting increased numbers of farmers supplying us milk. So the demand is there for organic cheese, so we're happy to supply it. At the moment, my beef farming consists of 40 to 50 suckler cows, predominantly Aberdeen Angus, with a few Friesians left over from the dairy herd. The Friesians are a great help in that they act as leaders for the younger cattle, and they're also very handy to have in case you need extra milk or anything for a cow that isn't producing enough milk. So they more or less civilise the herd and make it easier to manage. I fatten the cattle, male cattle about 2.5, and the females, if I'm not using them as replacement heifers, they are slaughtered at 2 years of age. I try to outwinter them as much as possible. I practice mob grazing. I let the grass grow for up to 3 months, and over the winter I strip graze that. And if the weather is inclement, supplemented with either silage or hay. But the cattle really like to get a bit of green grass in January, February. They really appreciate it, and it gives them a great start the following spring. They're used to being outside and are well able to cope with all the weather conditions. The pond behind me here was constructed over 20 years ago. It's part of a system called an integrated constructed wetland. That is where water from the roof of sheds, water that runs off the yard, is taken and run through a series of beds that are stocked with reeds, willow, where the water is filtered. It finally ends up in the pond here. The pond is a bit larger than normal for its amenity value. It adds greatly to the biodiversity of the area. We have it's full of frogs in the springtime, tadpoles, etc. We have dragonflies at this time of year. We have ducks, we have water hens, we have visiting otters. We have a few birds that are on the red list that come here, skylark being one. It creates such a haven for wildlife. It's always busy, and it's a huge addition to the farm, and I think if it's possible, every farm should have one. The benefits of more organic farmers are obvious. It's great for the environment. It's great for the smaller family farm. It's great for rural communities. So it's a win-win in all cases.